The dam is starting to crack on the Clinton Foundation and what it's been used for. So Raw Story reports here. Even though Donald Trump is crashing and burning, Hillary Clinton is still facing fresh questions about how her staff interacted with the Clinton Foundation while she served as Secretary of State. The New York Times reports that newly released emails show that the Clinton Foundation asked the State Department if it could put one of its billionaire donors in touch with the U.S. ambassador to Lebanon to discuss the donor's business interests in that country. In another, the foundation seemed to pressure Clinton's aides to help a foundation associate find a job at the State Department. In that instance, Clinton aide Huma Abedin told a foundation representative that the associate is, quote, on our radar and personnel has been sending him options. This is what you call pay to play. And we all know what's going to happen because it's already happening. Democratic Party hack loyalists are going to try to take this issue and lump it in with the bullshit scandals against Hillary Clinton, like, for example, Benghazi. 9 different investigations, many of them led by Republicans, found that, we found no wrongdoing. So all the ideas, she ordered a stand-down thing and made it so that these people would die. Utter nonsense, total bullshit. When it comes to what happened in Benghazi, they responded in a completely appropriate way. It was a tragedy, but it's not like they were nefarious or they were for Americans dying or they were grossly negligent. No. So Benghazi is a bullshit scandal, and that's been something where the left can point to and say, look at these fucking Republicans. Everything they come up with is total horseshit. But then there are some issues where it's not horseshit, and it's not just Republicans concerned about it. It's any citizen who gives a shit about having a government that's not totally corrupt. And that's what's happening here. Now, understand, this is just new information about the Clinton Foundation, but it's not like we don't have other instances of pay to play. And it's not like we don't have other instances of bribery. So one of the things that would happen is Bill Clinton would go around the world to different governments, and he would give these speeches. They'd pay the Clinton Foundation a tremendous amount of money, and then Hillary Clinton would turn around, and lo and behold, look at that. We just approved a $1 billion weapons deal to go to Saudi Arabia. Well, isn't that weird? So you pay Bill Clinton to give a speech, then Hillary Clinton's State Department turns around and approves a weapons deal for you. It appears like there may be a problem there, and there may be a conflict of interest there. And also, by the way, on what other merits can you say the U.S. should approve a fucking weapons deal to a terrorist state like Saudi Arabia? I mean, we've discussed this time and time again, but this is a country that executes people for witchcraft and sorcery and drug smuggling. This is a country that's currently massacring civilians in Yemen, and we know it. They're bombing hospitals and schools for the blind. But since they're our buddy, we look the other way, we turn the other way. They've declared all atheists are terrorists. So the Democrats love to, this rhetoric, inclusive rhetoric, we care about everybody so deeply. Anyway, did you finish approving that deal to go to Saudi Arabia to arm them so they can do terrorist atrocities all over the place? What a joke this is, man. And there are countless examples of pay to play at the Clinton Foundation. And if you think that, no, how dare you impugn the dignity and the honor of Hillary Clinton, you're so naive that you're bordering on outright stupid. And don't get me wrong, guys, none of this means that, oh my God, you're going against Hillary Clinton so strongly here that I can only ascertain that you're pro-Donald Trump. No, stop making shit up. This is in your own mind. I didn't say that. I'm not on Team Donald Trump. What I'm doing is giving you facts of reality about what Hillary Clinton does and did. Just because Donald Trump's a preposterous, evil, monster, fascist buffoon doesn't mean that, now we have to pretend like everything Hillary Clinton ever did was great. No, we don't. She still voted for the Iraq War. She still voted for the Patriot Act. She still supported NAFTA. She still supported TPP. She still supported deregulation. So, and that doesn't mean she didn't do any good things either. The Children's Health Insurance Program was fantastic. So, in every instance, all the facts matter. But what we're talking about here is not something that should be swept under the rug because it's a real issue. Did you know that when you include all the different avenues that Hillary Clinton took money, her and just the Clinton family in general, her, Bill, Chelsea, all of them, they raised over $3 billion from special interests in their lives. Don't tell me there's no issue there. Don't tell me she's not ready to return favors for friends in high places and elites and wealthy donors and corporations. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. If you tell me that, you have an agenda, and it's obvious you care more about your agenda than about the facts of reality. So here you have it. Hillary Clinton, the Clinton family, they've raised money for their super PACs, for their campaigns, for themselves individually in private speeches, for the Clinton Foundation. And they are super duper well connected. And yes, they flip their positions based on money given to them. That's another thing we've explained. The bankruptcy bill, which biased the bankruptcy laws in favor of powerful corporations against the people, is something Hillary Clinton didn't support. Then when she raised money from special interests, eventually she flipped and did support it. That's just one example. Single-payer healthcare. She was in favor of it after taking a tremendous amount of money from the health industry. She flipped, and then she's against it. So, and there are countless examples of this. So this idea of like there's no direct evidence of corruption here, there's no direct evidence of her changing her position. Of course there is. And don't sweep Clinton Foundation issues under the rug because it's not like, oh, the Clinton family, they're just so altruistic and so benevolent and they care so much about people all around the world that that's why they set up this thing and that's why they're doing what they do. Or they're also a very powerful, very wealthy elite family that's well connected, that's willing to do business with the other people who run the world. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Let's have a system of legalized bribery. And by the way, let's not think much of it because, hey, anybody else with this much power would do the same thing, wouldn't they? And by the way, that part is probably true. You know, most people, it's just the perverse incentives in the system that lead people down this path. It's not like Hillary Clinton is, you know, extra nefarious. It's that when you have this much wealth and power, when you're this well connected, and when the rules are this lax, look what ends up happening. They're always skirting right on the edge of the law and getting away with stuff that's questionable as to the legality of it. But we need to call it out, and we need to understand just how terrible this is and just how much this ruins the integrity of the political system.